Today I want to share about confidence, more specifically supporting our children with confidence through breathwork. So often we talk about breathwork as, a way to help kids to calm themselves, calm their body, calm their mind, but it can also help with confidence. And it's a really funny day to be sharing on this theme because I was just not feeling confident at all today. I was getting in my head. This is the second take of this video because I wasn't happy with the first one. My hair was back. I felt like I looked like an egg. The lighting wasn't right, and all this negative mind chatter started to pipe up, and it just felt icky, right? Now, there's a book I've read before. I cannot remember which one it was, but it was saying how we are born with confidence, right? So a baby, when they cry because, they want their needs met, this is how they communicate. They're not going, actually I'll be quiet. I don't want to take up any space. I don't want to be a bother. I'm just going to wait until they finished eating. No, they loud, like, pay attention to me now, give me my food, change me, whatever they need. They are very confident in letting you know that. But as we go on and go on and go on, things happen, people happen, and our confidence can kind of get chipped away at, right? I know for me, I can even now remember this kid at school who said, "Your voice is so boring, no one wants to listen to you." And already I was quite a quiet child, but this made me not want to speak at all. And that was a confidence hit, right? Hits you and you just start getting low self-esteem, not wanting to take up space, not speaking out for what you need, even basic needs, right? I have shared before in a different talk about how when I was 12 years old, I couldn't even raise my hand to ask, can I go to the bathroom? A basic need, right? Couldn't do it. I didn't feel confident enough to even say that's what I needed. The baby, scream, let everyone know. 12-year-old me, no. Couldn't do it. So it got lost along the way. And as I said today, I was having a bit of a low confidence day. Again, not feeling so good. And it takes coming back to yourself to remember who you are and that you are worthy and that you are enough just as you are, to start tapping back in to that confidence so that I can show up here today and share with you that actually, my voice does matter, that people do want to hear from me, and that I get to share this. And tapping into that confidence really comes from tapping into, okay, who are you? And that you are enough just as you are. So how does breathwork tie into this? How does breathwork bring us back to that? Breathwork is a really good way of helping children with self-awareness, first of all, and coming back to their truth, because we're clearing all the other stuff, right? All the mind chatter, all those negative thoughts that come in, the other people's thoughts and opinions and judgments. We can separate that because we have our self-awareness that we can go, okay, what is true here? What is true for me? It becomes our anchor. The right here, right now. What matters right here, right now. Okay, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. This stops our mind running away all over the place and going down these different paths and spiraling. Another way that our breath helps us with confidence is because it helps with emotional regulation. And again, the self-awareness is a big part of this. But by helping with the emotional regulation, we are more in control of our reactions. So we're not reactive, but we're rather responding. We're able to respond to situations. So we're much more in control. Things don't get so chaotic and overwhelming because we can be grounded in ourselves. We can respond how we choose and show up how we choose to show up. And this helps you feel more confident, right? Something's not going to come in and completely shake everything up. You have your anchor, you have your tools, you are in control of you, and that is huge. So when we have these emotional regulation skills, we can come back to our truth, and we can also have that awareness of picking up those negative thoughts so that we can go, okay, that's actually not true. That's, someone else's view, and we can bring that awareness to that. So it's like, oh, that's what that is, right? So we don't have to listen to it. We don't have to believe it. We can question it. We can push it away, and we can come back to our own truth. And I think these are some really important ways in which we are supporting children with their own confidence. Another way we are helping them with their confidence is showing them how to advocate for what they need. By showing them these breathwork practices, they are able to know what they need, right? Sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we can be so scattered, everything's so overwhelming that we don't even know what we need. And then our basic needs, even like self-care, gets pushed aside. It gets ignored. And then when it finally does happen, when you finally sit down with a cup of tea, and it's just, there's no to-do list. You're like, whew, this is what I needed. And you realize how much you actually really needed that. And kids kind of have this too, when they finally slow down and I get them to relax at the end of our yoga session, and they're almost falling asleep. And at the start they were like so restless, and they're like, whew, I didn't know how tired I was. You didn't know like what they needed. They needed that slowing down. They needed that rest. So it's a really good way of tuning in to what do you need, and deciding for themselves what they would like to practice that day. And that's why it's really good to let them have an input in it as well. Do they need a more energizing practice? Do they need a calming practice? Do they need to move and shake and let some energy out? What do they need today? And so it's really, really good to let them lead as well, so that they can trust themselves in this process. So we're not just telling them, hey, do this breathing practice. Like we're letting them decide as well. We're letting them be a part of it, not just teaching at them, but we're doing this with them, letting them be a massive part of this journey. So if you would like to start supporting your child with these breathwork practices, if you haven't already, download my free guide. It's 5 must-know breathing practices for kids, and there is also some video lessons to support you with that as well. I'm going to link that in the show notes. So just to recap, there is so many reasons that breathwork is great for our kids. It's great for that calm, soothing anxiety, and helping children to come back to themselves, their own truth, their most authentic self, so that they can know that they are enough, that they are worthy, that they are whole, and they can be their confident selves. Thanks for listening.